This, all right, chat. We are checking out Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. It's come out a couple of months ago. When it came out originally, this was overpriced. Even though I think it's my favorite Final Fantasy of all time, I still wasn't gonna play like 22, whatever it was. It went on sale on the eShop yesterday. I picked that up quicker than quick. I was just like, I didn't even breathe, and I just went, here, take my money. I just threw it at him. Bam! Take my money. If you don't know what the remaster is, they basically they remastered the player models and softened the background textures. Looks wise, that's the main thing they've done to it. And okay, we're gonna go hardcore nerd Final Fantasy stuff here. So when Final Fantasy VIII originally came out on the PS1, there was um there was a toy that you could get for PS1. I can't remember what the name of it was. It went into the memory card slot of the PS1, and it was like, does anybody remember Tamagotchis? Um, it was kind of like that, but it never came out in America or Europe. It only came out in Japan. So, I can't remember the name of it. PS oh, I can't remember the name of it. So, you there was a mini so you what you would do is you would buy Final Fantasy VIII. You would get one of these little Tamagotchi slash memory card thingies. You would put it into your PlayStation. You would load the Final Fantasy mini game onto your little portable Tamagotchi thing, and then you would use your chocobos to basically hunt treasure for you. So what was annoying was, one, it didn't come to Europe and America, so you couldn't do it. And I some people were saying that the European and the American versions of Final Fantasy VIII, even you couldn't even do it. If that is that correct? Or was it you had to buy the imported version of Final Fantasy and you had to buy the imported gadget? Um, the reason this was so important, it was so annoying. There was certain like major items that you could only get. I think there was a certain summon, and I think maybe it was ribbon as well that you could only get from there. But some very important stuff. Obviously, I didn't know about this till years and years and years and years later. Um, so what they've done with this version is there's something in game like the dog or something that he goes and finds the items for you. So that way you don't have to have this weird gadget that only came out in Japan. So that's what they've changed, uh in hardcore gameplay wise. They've added things like you can speed up time, so you don't have to you can speed it up by 2 or 3. So when you're grinding, because this is like old school traditional RPGs, right? Random battles, grinding, um, and is all bought out into one package. When this came out on PS1, this was a 4 disc game, chat. 4 discs. Um, so it's all built in one package, couple of gigs download. Some people like it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Some people don't. Some people say that the changes to the textures, to the models are so glaring that they don't like it. Forget those people, okay? Uh, I like everything I've seen of it. I just hold this game in high regard. There's like this remaster could do nothing wrong. We've been screaming for it for years. Every other Final Fantasy got a remaster or HD upgrade, whatever, but this one, like some people were hoping for more, and it didn't have enough. But I'm just glad we got something. Okay, I'm like grasping at straws here. All right, now I'm gonna shut up and we're just gonna enjoy this. I got a gun belt, chat. Oh my day, so good. Biased review 100%. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I'm just saying, chat. This is on the eShop. It's in the Nintendo eShop sale. You can pick up anything you want. You don't have to have a Switch. But this makes so much sense portably. As soon as I bought my Switch, I was like, boom, I'm getting this game. Like, remember, I'm such a nerd for this game. I never completed it to 100% because I didn't want the game to end. That's how much I loved it. But this was also my first proper hardcore Final Fantasy that I played. So, like I played Mystic Quest and I played some of the SNES ones, but I didn't really get into Final Fantasy until 8 because I missed out on 7 because I was like, oh, this RPG, everybody's going crazy about whatever, and I didn't play 7. But then when 8 came about, I was like, okay, everybody was crazy over 7 that I never played. I'm just gonna play 8 and see what it's about. And most people say, you know, your first Final Fantasy is usually going to be your favorite Final Fantasy as well. So, that's probably why it is my favorite. Have I got a save slot in here? What is it gonna read? I'm just curious what he's gonna do. So they totally took the menu from PlayStation 1. Okay. Rotate, flee from battle, switch POV, mini map, move. Okay, so left stick in to go times free speed. Battle boost. So that's something else that they've added in. Hold on. No random battles. Okay, so you can turn off no random battles. You can do battle boost and you can speed it up. Got it. I got it. They shouldn't be remaking Final Fantasy VII, chat. They should be remaking Final Fantasy VIII. I'm just saying. All right, everybody shut up now. Shh, get the popcorn out. Oh, the music is so good. I'll be here. Okay. Noah? I can't remember his name though. Does anybody want to know the overarching story of this Final Fantasy without spoilers? Like, you know, if you need like an excuse. Because obviously we ain't gonna get nowhere near into it in like the hour we have a look. Oh, and this was the first Final Fantasy to have FMV cutscenes. Dang, type Final Fantasy 7. Oh wait, did Final Fantasy have FMV cutscenes? If it did, I'm just gonna like pretend like it never. Oh, the gunblade, chat. Best weapon in Final Fantasies. It's a blade that is a gun. Oh, actually, the cutscene ain't too long. In the chat of Pro Streamer 100%. He's a villain, chat. I'm spoiling it. We'll find out 10 minutes later. Calls our hero, him here. He totally cheated. He used magic in the battle. Like, what the hell? It was a sword battle. Oh shit. Alright, got 4. There's like a sex scene here. I'm joking. Calm down. 999 square. Looks like those old ass animations with bad anime. Garbage! Banked! I wonder what the zoom option. So are we like at pixel perfect here? Is there no? I want to check the options for zoom stuff. How are you feeling? Okay, I guess. Take it easy next time you hear. So gonna find out. They was practicing chat. Looks like your eyes are focusing. You should be fine. Say your name for me. Enter the name. We're not gonna change the name because only monsters would change the name. Skull, Squall, 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 Squall. Why don't you take it easy in training? Next time you might be not be so lucky. Shout out to Cypher. That was the guy who stabby. That Cypher won't listen to anyone. Why don't you ignore him? I can't just run away. You want to be cool, huh? Well, don't get hurt in the process. Let's see your let's see your instructor is the quiz test. Quiz test. Nobody knew how to pronounce her name properly, even to this day. Quiz quiz test. I like, you know, fight amongst yourselves. I'll call her now. Just wait here a minute. Quiz test, come get your student. Yes. His injury is not serious. It'll probably leave a scar. Right now, please come by. On Ikaiden. So this is the first time we get to see the improved faces chat. Look, he's got a jawline. Squall, so we meet again. Who this? It's been a while since I've done a playthrough of this. I'm not gonna lie. Or not even a full playthrough. I mean, like, even. Right here, as soon as this cutscene happened, I can remember on my PlayStation 1, it'll be going, wait 5 seconds and 10 seconds probably, and then that animation played. I knew it'd be either you or Cypher. Come on, let's go. Today's the field exam. Field exam, chat. We gotta go to field exam. Squall, is there something I didn't read? Hold on, I'm gonna press pause and see what our options are. Oh no. Oh, okay. That's free time speed up, and that's to have like battle boosts on. What was the other options? The D-pad works, analog stick works. What's so funny? Oh my days, he had a bandage on his head in this scene? I can't remember. That was so fuzzy. Funny, no, it's not that. I'm just happy. I feel like I'm beginning to understand my student a little, that's all. I'm more complex than you think. Yeah. Then tell me more about yourself. My teacher, like, love, calm down, okay? Everybody love quiz tests. It's none of your business. So one of the main complaints with people about this version is, like, they say Squall is too much of a pretty boy. But the thing is, if you see him in the original, he looks like an alien chap. You can't even make out. But this is like the Guardian Forces ship. I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of what the story is for this game. So we're on a ship, like a flying ship that is basically a school, and we're like Guardian Forces, and we go, if I remember correctly, to, like, you know, be Guardian Forces. So, like, that's the main premise of the game. Obviously, well, ship breaks loose, and the other big catchy thing with this game, there's two actually. One is the mini game, which is triple trad, best mini game in Final Fantasy history. The second is there's like I'm not gonna get spoilery, but there's like two stories going on at the same time, like think time travel kind of thing. So you play it from like a certain perspective, and then you play it from another perspective from a different team. So there's like two groups. Does that make sense? What else? Oh, and then I'll get to the battle thing that makes this Final Fantasy like majorly different from any other Final Fantasy, and didn't even go back to any of these mechanics again. Is it Tracer of Hearts? Thank you for the follow. As soon as we do a battle, which will probably be in 20 minutes, like, it's the draw mechanic. There seems to have been some rumors flying around since yesterday. Yes, the field exam for seed candidates will begin later this afternoon. There's not those not participating and those who failed last week's written test are to remain here in the study hall. Meet in the hall at 1600 hours. I'll announce the team assignments there. Any questions? Oh, and Cypher. There he is. Dirk, do not injure your partner while training. Be careful from now on. He's like my field. Okay, I won't spoil it. Field exam participants will see you all later. So I need to talk to you. Yes, yes, miss. Oh, hold on. Do I get any like options at all? It's just basically the PlayStation menu, config, sound effects, and volume. Oh, it's not even separate. It's just on one bar. Jesus Christ, video game. So, man, I appreciate that so much in video games now. Like everything's separate. Well, I suppose there's no talking dialogue on this, so I can turn it down a little bit. If it's too loud, let me know, chat. All right, let's go. Let's talk to the greatest teacher of all time. All that time. Sup? You haven't been to the fire cavern yet, have you? Nope. You won't be able to take part in today's seed exam if you don't pass this prerequisite. You gotta go get a GF, chat. I was gonna do this morning, but Cypher is okay. Thank you. All right. Do you have a good excuse? Not really. Then let's go. Let's get going. If you're not too confident yet, you can review your studies at the study panel. I'll be waiting at the front gate, so come down when you're ready. You can access the study panel from your seat. I think the study panel is just a tutorial, right? But like you can like seed level up. I can't remember now. It's been so long since I played this game. But like if you take the exam, hold on, somewhere. You wouldn't know that. You just have to go down. There's no on-screen like menus or actions to say you sit down here and press X chat. You just gotta know this is what gamers or real gamers with your hair on your chest. Let's see. Turn on power and what a pain. Turn on power and Babs, my dude, I love you. Wait, what happened, Ben? What happened? All right, so the school festival committee, the tutorial, the basics about garden. Wait, is there weird lag here? Hold on. Huh, this menu feels like weirdly laggy. Yeah, that's weird. That is really weird. It's like, huh. Didn't I read something like the menus are lower frame rate or something weird? What? Login score confirm. GF. Oh wait, do I get my first? It's been so long, chat. Wow. So if you wouldn't have gone to the computer to take the exam, you wouldn't have got your first GF. Oh, and I get Shiva from here as well. Hello. The tutorial covers all the aspects of gameplay. This tutorial can also be accessed through regular menu at any time. So other, like, you know, in the later Final Fantasy games, like, you always get your summons, basically. They call them GFs in there, Guardian Fighters. In this game, you can totally miss Guardian Fighters. Like, there's certain things you have to do, and if you don't do it, you can miss them. So it was always like, this is one of the first games where you had, oh, let me do the perfect playthrough, because there were certain magazines that I think that you could miss, like to like have like what did the magazines do? I think in battle they gave you like different quick time animations to do different like hit effects, like your not ultimate ability, your overdrive ability. So you could miss those and you could miss summons. I can remember like always getting to disc 1 and 2 and like resetting, because like, or you would have to make sure your save points are like accurate, because you're like, oh, you went past a certain bit and you missed that GF and you didn't get it, you just screwed. Restart your playthrough or have an earlier save. So I like to do like, this was one of the first games that if you really wanted to collect everything, people were using like guides and stuff. The tutorial covers all aspects of gameplay. Tutorial can also be accessed through the regular menu at times. Sorry about that. Give me one sec, chat. The music in this is so good. Babs, my dude, I love you. Nothing has to happen for me to say that. Boomer, lol. He's trying to guilt trip you into playing Apex. Don't believe him, lol. All right, let's continue. Do we wanna? I'm not gonna go for the tutorial. I'm just gonna. It tells you about the card rules as well. Hopefully we can play. This goes over the greatest mini game in Final Fantasy history that they haven't even beat. The lag in this menu is so weird though. So it tells you about junctioning, it tells you about drawing, like, you gotta do a chunk of reading in this in the beginning. If I remember correctly. Hold on, let me back out. But yeah, first tip of the day, chat. Make sure you come sit at the computer if you want to get your first. Make sure you sit at the computer if you want to get your first 2 summons, because you could miss them. Huh? Or maybe you can't. Maybe you have to go sit at your computer. Like, don't you do the seed exam here, or do you do the exam for your menu? Tutorial config. Test. Take written test to raise seed rank. Once you do certain things, you can do the test. I think because I'm not reading everything, I'm just trying to show as much as the game as we can within the. But you see, look, straight away, like, people are complaining, going, like, they've obviously redrawn like the player models, but look how the backgrounds are still fuzzy. People are complaining about that. So what they've tried to do is make all the player models look like what they do and what you see them in the cutscenes or what you see them in the newer games. I don't mind it at all. One thing I wish there would have been though, and I don't know if this game has it, is I wish there was like an option where, like, you know, Dragon Quest XI does something like that, where you can go into like retro mode. It would be nice to see like, oh, what it originally looked like and what it looks like now. Are you okay? I'm fine. I was kind of in a hurry. Dragon Quest XI 60-bit mode is amazing, like 2 different games in one. I got Dragon Quest XI on PS4 Pro. It's gonna be hard for me to justify getting it again, but I hear the Switch version is the version. Like, is artistically is not meant to be crazy looking anyway, so it fits it so perfectly. Damn it, man. This makes me really, like, half of my games that I've got on PS4, I'm like, why have I got these on PS4 now? Yeah, I heard Switch is the version. I agree with you. Is homeroom over? Noob talk. I waited exactly for the Switch. Nice. Like, I seen the reviews for the Switch version as well. I don't like. Everybody says Dragon Quest 11 looks great, but it's still going for that like kind of retro-y. You know what I mean? That big blocky, not big blocky, but like not high textured, but just that look. You know? So I don't think it really matters if you're playing it on the Switch. I just transferred here. Do you think could give me a quick tour of the garden? Sure. Don't have time. Sure. I'll give her. All right, let's go. We'll take the elevator. Can I not challenge her? Hold on. There's a way I can challenge exit game. No, I don't want to do that. No. I forgot what the button is to challenge everybody to a card match because I want to show you. The music is a little bit loud. A little bit better. There's a 5-hour demo on Switch if you ever want to check it out. Oh, there is? Interesting. I downloaded the Bravery default demo, which was kind of interesting as well. It seems like what Square Enix is doing with a lot of their demos on Switch is they're time limited, which is weird. I don't like that. I just genuinely, it gives me anxiety to play games where there's a timer. So to know that you got to play this game and you got a set timer is annoying. Just like, you know, like let us play it to like a certain bit and then say, okay, that's done. I don't understand why they do that. Maybe, do you know why it is? I probably know. It's probably because then you can unlock the demo to the full game if you pay, probably. So they gave you the full game so they don't want to recode to lock it. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, hey, would you like to have these? Give me the cards. My brother gave me these cards, but they're really not my thing. You can have them if you like. Sure. What? How do you play card games? I think I'd best take a look at the card game explanation in tutorial. I don't know much about it really. If you want to play cards with someone, you can talk to them by pressing Y, but keep in mind, not everyone is card player. Got it. Oh, and by the way, I don't play, so don't bother challenging me. 7 cards. Let's go. Can I? If I don't follow her, if I go back, don't people show up here? So I can challenge some of these lots of cards. Hey, weren't you? Yes, I heard only 12 people qualified for the exam. I don't play cards with me. Play cards with me? You want to play? Yo, you want to play? You want to play cards with me? All right, come on. We're gonna find somebody to play cards with. The demo isn't time limited. It has 5 to 10 hours of gameplay, depending on how you play. It's basically the opening. Oh, okay. Oh, so they just did that with Octopath Traveler. If you get a Switch, get this game, okay? Get this game. Greatest Final Fantasy ever made. Don't at me. That's the... Oh, have I got to leave straight away? Okay, I got to come back and play... Let's see. Bomba Garden is pretty big. It's a good idea to check where you want to go and select it here. I have a question. How do you use this? Move the cursor and press A to select. All right. Next, I'll give you a quick explanation of various facilities. Yes, sir. You'll find the dormitory to the north. A majority of the students live in the dorms. There aren't too many students who commute. Yeah, I'm in the dorms too. You can rest and change in there. West of the North Bank. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly go. This is just... Okay. Well, it's gameplay chat. Gameplay. The only game you're gonna see me rush through because I kind of remember what's going on. It just telling you what each thing is for. Library, go study. Training, go train. Parking, front garden. Hey, are you taking seat exams today? Yeah. then maybe I'll see you again later. I've already finished my training, my previous garden. I'm gonna take the seed exam today too. Good luck, both of us. All right, so this was a save point. Oh, access the menu and press save in the menu. Okay. We're gonna put this to the... Oh, so it's got both memory card slots? Hold on, how does this work? Unused block, so each... Oh no, it's got... Oh, there's loads. But it emulates both Hold on, I'm kind of curious. So it gives you like 60 save slots then? Alright. We're gonna go to slot 3 because this shit is getting deleted so I can enjoy this. Oh, and it even says disc 1. Interesting. Is it gonna get deleted because I'm gonna enjoy this again in my own time. I'm gonna take my time with it. Alright, let's challenge people to cards. Yo, you wanna play cards? No, I wanna play yo, cards? You wanna play cards? Cards. No? Alright, hold on. What you do, chat. This is what you do in the beginning of the game. Remember blocks? I know, right? I've got so many PS1 memory cards. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Oh, we can speed up, right? Oh yeah, that makes this so much better. All right, we're putting in free time. Oh wait, so here's a question. So what are the screen stretch options? So there's none. It like stays in. So that's battle boost. That's 3 times. Oh, there's no... Wait, we can play him in cards. I'm pretty sure. You want to play cards? Yes, I want to play cards. I remember, chat. Remember. Wait, wasn't trade rule 1? All right, so All right, we're going to talk about triple trad now, chat, okay? Open your ears, okay? You got rules, open trade rules. So depending on who you play or what region you go to, the way... So you can go to different regions in the game and the trade rules will change and the rules of the game you play will change. So there's like different like sub mechanics of, oh, go to this place, get this rule set, or go to this place and get this trade rule set. So some trade rules are like bad. If I remember correctly, isn't there like you lose your whole deck that you played with, or it's been so long. So that's what that is. We're just gonna play straight away. I'm gonna show you what the game is. So here you select your card you want to play with. Okay, so see there's 4 numbers in the corner. Hold on, if it will stop moving. That represents like how strong the card is in each corner. So it's a 1 on the top, it's a 1 on the bottom, it's a 4 on the right, and a 5 on the left. So when you place your card, when the enemy places a card next to you, let's say he places a card on my right. The only way he can beat me is if he has a card that is at a higher number. So there's a 9 space board. So that's how he's got to beat me. And then later on you get like elemental cards. Was it elemental cards in this game? Yeah, no, it was elemental cards in this game, which also has an effect. Sorry, I played triple trad. Like there was like a mini fan-made game that I spent time playing as well, so it's all a bit. So you basically go around challenging people to finding all the secret cards, and you can miss cards as well. Like if you talk to Zell's mum, she gives you Zell's card, if I remember. I think that's how you get his card. Yes, we'll start with that. Daxif, is that how you pronounce it? What's going on? Welcome, thank you for the follow. Hoochie Head, what's good? Alright, so the only, what cards have I got that is a 5 on the left? Nothing. So the only way I can beat him is if I have a card with 2 on the top. But if I have a card with 2 on the top, then I need like good defensive If I place this here, it will be him there. But see, it's got 4 on the left and the bottom, so it would be kind of wasted if I use it there. I can place this. Have I got anything with 5 there? No. It can beat it there. 2, 5, 3. I could try to play. No. All right. You know what? I'm going to. So you get different rules later on. That is, you know, your card you place. It just doesn't affect like that card. It can combo and stuff. It's so hard to explain. But it like you can get different rule sets that do different things. So he's got those 2 cards because I've got nothing that is 5 on the left, 6 on the left. So those 2 cards he has. So the only thing I can do now is play something defensive. So he's got nothing that. Oh, he's got a 5. Have I got a 5 underneath? No. He's got a 7 and he's got a 6. Oh my days, I'm gonna lose this. 6, 4, 5. Well, how can I play this defensively? He can beat me there. He can beat me there. 5 and a 6. I've already lost. But oh, so I can't. So he placed the card where I can't beat him. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Oh, is a draw? Is it gonna be a draw? No, he won. Oh no! Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, how is that draw? Oh, play me again, you little toe rag. Hold on. So you can keep playing him. He has I think he has a secret card, or he has one of the better cards. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. You wanna go find him again? Hold on. Gotta bounce. Have a good one, Sean. It's a pleasure as always, bro. If you wanna play cards with me. Do you want to play cards with me? Oh, he does, right? So certain people you can only beat once you get better cards, and I've only got like basic cards. Okay, trade rule 1. Okay. But because I lost, I think that he took one of my cards. This ain't my main save, so I don't really care. I'm just trying to show you the game. Okay. I can't. Oh, I got such terrible cards at the moment. 2, 5, 1, 2. I mean, I'm gonna try play a bit defensively here. Okay, hold on. 3 and a 7, so you can beat that one. Place this here. Oh, nice. 6 and 1. Oh, I lost that time. So he takes one of my cards. He gets to pick because there's only trade rule 1 over here. But that's triple trad. That's like just the basics, chat. The game gets so deep, it's ridiculous. Oh, I do like this fast forward stuff though. I'm not gonna lie. Excuse me. I gotta go. She's waiting for me. This test is waiting for me. So here's like, we get into how you play this game now. Found a draw point. No one can draw. Found a draw point. No one can draw. Wait, isn't this active later, or is it because I've got to do my seed exam first? You changed outfits, chat. Looking all cool and shit now. Let's go. I have a few things to explain before we head off. GF gives us strength. The stronger the GF, the stronger we become. So here's a brief explanation on junctioning a GF. All right, let's go, chat. She's going to explain it for us. She's so smart and beautiful and smart. All right, junctioning. Junctioning enables characters to power up and use abilities. This means a GF must be junctioned in order to power up and use abilities. Let's begin by junctioning a GF. Right now, no GF is junctioned. That means summons, chat. All other commands in gray cannot be selected yet. Once junction is selected, the GF and magic commands appear. Since no GF is junctioned, magic is displayed in gray. Let's junction a GF by selecting a GF. Wait, did I miss Shiva? Oh, Shiva's already junctioned. A GF list appears. Press Y to see the abilities and press press Y to see the abilities possessed by the GF. The abilities are HP junction, vitality junction, Ithic. Let's choose a GF. There's a card when GF quiz card is selected, its abilities HP junction, vitality junction makes the stats HP and vitality appear in white. Magic can now be junctioned to HP and vitality. But since there is currently no magic, we will move on to setting abilities. There are 3 command abilities and 2 non-command abilities for characters and party. A total of 5 abilities can be set. Depending on the GF's abilities, the maximum is 4 non-command abilities. This means that up to 7 abilities can be set. Let's set some abilities. Alright, okay. First, select a slot. The top window is for the command ability used during battle. The bottom window is for characters and party abilities. Selecting the top window displays the command abilities. And selecting the bottom window displays character and party abilities. Since there is currently no magic, let's set the command abilities draw to get some magic. Oh, that's why I couldn't draw it. Okay, that makes sense. When an enemy slot is chosen, the cursor moves to the right. Wait, empty slot. Enemy slot? What am I saying? Select draw to set the command draw. This is how command abilities used during battles are set. Let's add GF and items to the list of command abilities. Now GF and items are set. Let's set a non-command ability by moving the cursor down. Character ability is displayed. Now set the magic plus 20. Select an empty slot and select magic plus 20. Magic is now set. Abilities have now been set. That concludes the tutorial. Thank you. Good luck. Everything okay up until now. You can always check back in the access the tutorial in the menus. Got it. Once we get to the fire cave, I'll explain how to junction magic. Use the command draw during power and stock magic from your enemies. Be sure to have some stocked. Ready to go? The fire cavern used for the test is located east of here. Alright, first of all, you forgot something? Okay, I'll be waiting right here. Alright, we got our draw command set now. Now we can go draw. So the premise of this game is, like, depending on what summon you have equipped, or Guardian Fire they call it in this game. Wait, did I not? Hold on. won't need item in battles yet. So depending on what GF you have selected is what abilities you have in battle. So certain GFs have different abilities. Found a draw point, cure found. Who will draw? So, and the way junctioning and stuff works is depending of how much items you have is how it strengthens your abilities. So you can have cure and it will like boost other abilities. So the whole premise of this game is like have items stocked, and the amount of stock of those items you have boosts your like base abilities. So that's what you're kind of like rinse repeating throughout the whole game. You're finding enemies, you're drawing like their magics and stuff. Then you can either use their magics and stuff or you junction them correctly to give you better abilities. So this Final Fantasy plays like very different to every other Final Fantasy. Some people loved it, like this whole draw junction stuff. Some people hated it. It was famously like if you get later on in the game and you know how to mess with it, you can like totally break the game and stuff. I was like never that good at it, so you know I didn't break anything. But where did it say go? East, right? And of course you get random battles. And if you didn't set what, you could have been screwed in this first battle, right? Hold on. You still remember the R is to pull it as you strike. Same for Randukin. So what also you had in this game, you had like mini like quick time events. Hold on. Ooh, also I gotta turn the volume down. Wow, it's got super loud. Oh wait, all I've got is cure because see I've only drawn cure, right? So the only magic I can do now is cure, so I can cure ourselves. I haven't got any attacking magics. I've got like both of my GFs, so let's just get Quiz Caught and summon it. Because why not? I'm sure in the menu there was like a, was it, did we have skip animations in this? Or was it skip animations in 10 was the first one? Kind of cute. Looking all crisp. No items found. GF AP points. Hold on. Was there a config? Cursor, ATB, weight, scan, camera movement, battle speed, battle message, field message, sound effects. Was it not in X? I'm pretty sure, but not 100%. Was it X that was the first time? Oh, was it? I'm sure there was something in this to like speed up. Or maybe I'm thinking of X. Those are the two Final Fantasies because I skipped 9. I played 9 like years and years later. So I always get those two Final Fantasies confused. Maybe it was X. I guess it doesn't really matter too much, right? Because you can speed up by 3. Okay, Junction Magic now. Pay attention. I'll be explaining how to utilize the magic you've stocked. All right, here we go, chat. Junction Magic. By Junction Magic, you can raise the character's stats. If the GF has learned the ability to junction onto stats, that particular stat will be displayed in white. By selecting junction here I know this seems confusing, but once you get into the game, trust me, it's not that much. It's just a bit like with any Final Fantasy game, you know, the first hour you like gotta get your head around it, like what the hell's going on. But yeah, it's totally fine later on. The GF magic commands will appear. You are able to junction magic by selecting magic. When magic is selected, list of magic appears. Use the cursor to select which stat to junction. When strength is selected, use a magic with the cursor. You can see how the stat value changes with each magic. When a magic is selected, the magic will be displayed next to the stat and the value will change. Only one magic can be assigned to each stat. However, there is no need to junction magic manually one by one. Select auto after junctioning. Auto junctions magic automatically. There are 3 commands to choose from. Attack favors strength, magic favors magic, and defense favors raises HP. Thus, magic can be junctioned easily by using auto. When I was younger, I used to use auto a lot. For example, let's select the attack junction, and magic has been junctioned to favor strength. This concludes the magic. Yeah, I used to use auto a lot. When you draw new magic, try experimenting with it. When you junction, this is how you become stronger. Okay, ready? Oh, you know how to use your gun blade? All right, let's just for the it's better to go over it. Okay, let's go. The status screen displays each character's basic data. The first status screen shows status such as HP, strength, and ETIC. The second screen shows all the stats and elemental related information. Third screen shows GF related information. Gunblade. The fourth stat screen shows limit break information. Limit breaks are like kind of like your overdrive and quick time kind of things. Skull's Gunblade setting can be changed into limit breaks in the limit break screen. There are 2 settings: Gunblade Auto, Renzuken Indicator. If you select Gunblade Auto on, so this is, we'll go over this and then I'll explain one major thing with this game. If you select Gunblade Auto on, Renzuken hits automatically without having to press R. However, a perfect may not be possible with this option. You must select off. So this is like, if you wanted to auto do it or you want to play the minigame yourself. As you press R manually at the right time, if quick time event, sorry, not minigame. If Renzuken Indicator is turned off, the indicator will not be displayed during Renzuken. If the Gunblade Auto option is turned on, the Renzuken Indicator is turned off automatically. That's all for limit breaks. So once you get different magazines, like I was telling you about earlier on, that mags that you could miss, this is your, like, you can get different limit breaks. I don't think I can junction yet because I haven't gotten. Oh, she has no magic. Hold on, junction. Oh, I think I've given. Oh, I know what's going on. Hold on. Junction, Squall. I've given him both GFs. So it's a good idea to like split your GFs, because your GFs is where all your abilities come from, basically. And obviously, because she's got nothing drawn. But she should probably. Give her item. We gave him draw. What was I gonna do? I totally forgot. Oh, the Renzukin stuff. Sorry, I remember. And how do I get to his... Oh my days, I can't remember how you get to his... Oh, that's my card screen where I can see all my cards I have, all the cards I've lost. My battle order. Oh, do I do it here? Oh, yeah. If I had more, you can also select which ones you have. Also, you can like, here's also where you equipped weapons and stuff. Was it weapons here? Wait, can you equip weapons in this one? I can't remember. Or is it just the overdrives? Also, I'm mixing terminology up for Final Fantasies. I think it's just these. I can't remember now. Oh, so this is what I was going to talk about. Okay, I remember now. So, the game's frame rate. This is another thing of contention. So, because I told you there was quick time events for certain actions, right? The game runs at 30. The menus run at 15. So that means I think even the quick time events run at 15. So because certain quick time events are, oh, you've got to hit at the precise timing to like, we might be able to do it one in game. All right, go open. Let me go. I never know. All right, should we just do? We do 30 minutes. It doesn't matter. I'm just. Not gonna be my main save. Yeah. So to trying to hit those at a lower frame rate in the game is apparently like it's harder. Uh-oh. Let me do that. But. Yeah, trying to hit those is harder because it's at a lower frame rate, and those are important because depending on your timing of how you hit them, you do more damage. Okay, so I ain't reading all the text here because I said I was going to try to cover as much in an hour. Ifrit time, I call him Ifri, lol. Yeah, this is where we go face Ifrit, and then we also get him, right? All right, also, I gotta turn it down because battle music is crazy loud. So unlike in the newer Final Fantasy games, you actually control every single party member. So you manually input a command for every single party member, and whoever's active in your party at the time gets leveled up. Like later on in the game, you can have like 6 or 7 people, and you can swap in and out party members. If I remember correctly, it's there's like a draw point here somewhere. Hold on. Oh, so what I should be doing? All right, here, check this out. Oh no, this is gonna be a hard battle. Use an ice attack. Check the monster's weakness with scan. Remember we was playing earlier on today and I was talking about, oh, you don't got to scan monsters. So she's got, I didn't put draw on her. I put draw on him. So yeah, I can draw magic and I can cast it or I can stock it. But this is what you're doing from a lot of, you'll probably tell me I got forage or some fires. I'm gonna draw more. Make her attack, make him draw magic. The more you have, one, you got, like, you can use it against enemies, and two, you can, like, buff your own abilities. Keep drawing, baby. Keep drawing. I should probably draw from the bats to see what they have, actually. I don't know what you gave me. Thunders. Okay. Oh, he's got scans as well. Alright, that's enough of that. We can start attacking now. How did I activate my overdrive, chat? Was it low damage? Is that when it comes on? I can't remember. Alright, so let's use some of the magic we just drew. Obviously, you don't want to use fire on him. It will buff up his health. So we can use it on the bats. Dead. I'm pretty sure there's something you can find in this cave. But we just go straight to... Ooh. Alright, we just go straight to the... Oh, also, we should use the speed up thing. We just go straight to it for it. Alright. Uh-oh. Yikes. Alright, first of all, we got a draw from him. See what else he's got. We'll attack there. He's got some blizzards. Oh, this, like, speeding out by 3, it makes it so, like, it makes it actually... Huh. It takes... Oh, there's the draw point there. I knew there was a draw point. I mean... Alright, hold on. We're sped up now. It doesn't matter. Alright, let's just use the magic. Oh, no, I chose the wrong person. Oh, and there's his overdrive. Okay, it's prime example. Alright, let me slow it down. Because he's low on health now, he can use his overdrive. I'm gonna show... Uh-oh, don't die. Alright, here it is. And there's like a quick time event. Did I miss... Wait, was I pressing the wrong button? What was it? Did I miss every single one? Wow, I pressed the wrong button. Pro streamer chat. Hold on. What was it? Blizzard we need to use, right? Let's just kill him straight away because I don't want to die here. I don't know what the button was. But yeah, there's timing based. But because the menus are in 15 frames per second, you can miss. I'm gonna blame the menus, chat. That's why I missed every single one. Not because I didn't know what button to press. Alright. Use our draw function. Go. Fires. Okay. Also, I can't remember. Can you transfer magic between... I should use one of my items and cure myself. Phoenix. Wait, actually, who had cure? Or maybe I can only use it in battle. So later. Like, you got equipped abilities that you can do out of game then, right? Have I got a junction? That's for in-game. Also, I just remember you can't like manually trade items between each other, right? A good thing to remember. Switch. Card. Have I got no cures? What the hell's going on? What happened to the cures that Squall had? Magic. Oh, was it just he had? Oh, got them as a magic. I'm being a scrub, chat. How many different Final Fantasies in my head? It wasn't an ability, it was a magic. It wasn't an ability, it was a magic, chat. Alright, we went over 1 hour looking at this game. I wanna... Alright, let's speed up. Hold on. We're just gonna attack. I just wanna show you if we're in it, one call it. Wow, this speed up stuff. Actually, you know what? Let's turn on battle. I think this boosts me in battle, right? Are we gonna get to see him right here? We ain't gonna defeat him. Or maybe we will defeat him. Hold on. I mean, we're battle hardened. We're definitely gonna be able to defeat him now. Also, let's slow it down. Alright, speed up again. Jukin. Any timing. I can't remember what button it was to hit. Chat, somebody tell me! Am I just timing it that badly? Alright, let's just scan him to show how, like, we should scan him to see how much health he's got and everything. And also, we should use Shiva on him because that should probably do a lot of damage. Uses fire magic, weak against ice. You could change his angle. Oh, he's got like 400 HP out of 1,000. I should probably draw off of him as well. What you got? What you got? Fan cure. Alright, let's stock some cures. So in the original, there was like a old select, and there was some like button. Maybe a shoulder buttons? I have no idea. HP though. Oh, so yeah, so the GF models look better as well. And we got our Ifrit card as well. And we name our next GF. And that's like the basics. Oh, Junction can change basic parameters such as strengths and magics as well. Got another tutorial, hold on. Elemental parameters. By Junction a GF with elemental junction ability. As a... Hold on, let's show us here. The EL-AD slot above HP turns white, indicating elemental junction. When left is selected, elemental junction screen appears. Elemental junctions work like other junctions. First select a stat to junction, then choose a magic function to junction. However, non-elemental magics like cure cannot be junction. Elemental junction affects attack, stat, defense. Elemental junction affects attack and defense differently. Junctioning to elemental attack links that element to the character's attack. This is when you... The percent indicators how much of the attack's damage is linked to the element attack. And I think it's boosted by the maximum value of that is 100 attack becomes entirely elemental. In the example, ice is set at 50. This means that damage only increases by 50. When junction to elf defense, the damage from the element is reduced. Reducing the damage of by that percent by at 100% damage is reduced 0. So you can have like fire defense or fire boost. In this example, fire damage is reduced by 20 because elm defense is at 80. Star is displayed when the value goes over 100, indicating the damage is absorbed. That looks like it's been redrawn. The star stuff is in the stat screen. You can absorb amounts of damage indicated there. In the example, 50% of fire damage is absorbed. Multiple magic types can be junctioned to elm defense depending on the GF's abilities. Junctioning multiple magic types with the same elemental for a cumulative effect. Try junctioning different magics to check the effect. You can also select auto to automatically junction the most effective elemental magic. This concludes the elemental junction tutorial. I mean, I think that's almost everything. It covers almost everything. So rinse, repeat, find better magics, find better junctioning abilities. If this seems like way too much for you, you can auto most of this stuff. And the only thing you have to worry about is like stuff like what overdrive you're gonna have and what GF you're gonna have equipped to what person, and then what abilities. So like you can just have all that, the hard stuff just set to auto. But again, if you get really into it, you can break the game. As a child, when I was younger, not as a child, when I was younger, when I played it, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't like crazy into JRPGs back then. I just really liked this game, so I had everything set to auto. So whenever I would draw new stuff or I had the most of new stuff, I would just go auto attack and let's just let the computer do it. But if you want to really mess with it, so I know this seems like super intimidating here, but it's really not. I was just like, oh, play the card game, find all the stuff, make sure everything's 99, 99, 99, and just don't miss GFs and stuff. So there you have it, chat. That was our first look at Final Fantasy VIII Remaster. We are playing this on a Nintendo Switch. I bought this yesterday because it's on sale at the moment in the eShop. Because when this came out a couple of months ago, everybody's been waiting for this remaster for ages. Like I said, it didn't really do everything that the other remasters did. Like full backgrounds weren't up-resed. If you look into all the stories about why apparently they haven't got some of the original assets, they were lost or destroyed. So even the character models they had to do from the start. So they're using old like the PC version. They're using like the PC version as their base. That's why there's still some weirdness, like the menus run at a lower frame rate than the game does. I mean, so it's just like the best we're gonna get. But like I get to play this on portable, and it's my favorite Final Fantasy of all time. So It was even for what they did to it, it was overpriced. So at 10, what it is now in like USA eStore and EU eStore, I think that's the right price for it. So if you have any interest in this, probably pick this up. I'm just saying. They had to reverse engineer it from the older versions of the game. Yeah, I've heard all kinds of, like, it's a shame with a lot of the older Final Fantasies. I don't know what happened, like with their computers got destroyed, or they didn't think ahead back then about they was gonna remaster stuff. So I don't know, maybe spot files and stuff took too much size. But the same thing happened with Hollywood, right? Like that's why it's like so hard for them to get old footage of like some of the Star Treks that they want to redo. And the only reason it worked out in Hollywood was because it was recorded on film, and film automatically stores more resolution than like the TV signal. So in fact, what they was doing was they was down converting the signal to be shown on TVs, but in the cinema it was already at like 4K and 8K because it had to be up res to that big screen cinema. So as long as they've got the rules of like old movies and stuff, they're already at basically HD. Does that make sense? They just gotta print them correctly. But here what happened was, it's the same thing with computer gaming industry, right? If they had higher res originals, then they wouldn't have to compress them as much now, or at all, should I say, to launch on these current gen consoles and everything. What is more than likely, those even then they wasn't as high as res, but they wouldn't have to put so much work into getting these out now. But unfortunately, what happened with a lot of examples like Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII, even maybe 9, or have they still got some 9 stuff? They have to like reverse engineer like PC versions, or just like the best version they had, because they've lost so much of that old data because either they didn't keep it or incompetence, whoever. I don't know what the reasons were, but that's why some Final Fantasies get more love than others. So like I know some people are complaining about, oh wow, the backgrounds this and that, but there was like only so much they can do. The only other thing they can do is do a full-on like remake, but they're like Square Enix is on fully remaking 7 at the moment, right? So my only complaint with this was that it was priced way too expensive. At 22, whatever it was, is too expensive. And regardless of that, they could have fixed the menu system is in 15 frames per second and the game runs at 30. So therefore, when you have those quick time events, it makes it hard to hit because it's like half frame rate, so lag, frame rate, everything. Modern TVs, modern consoles are way laggier than like PS2 and everything. PS2, SNES, like input lag on those consoles was generally around about 60 to 70 milliseconds. PlayStation 4 is the most input lag heavy console of all time. It's like I think it's like 120 is that naturally at. It's actually weird because it's a more powerful console than the Xbox, but the Xbox has less input lag than the PlayStation. And out of all the current consoles, the Switch actually has the least input lag. It has like 90 something. So the Switch and the Xbox out of current gen consoles have the least input lag, and the PlayStation has the most, even though it's one of the more powerful consoles. So anyway, even though Xbox and Switch has the least input lag of current gen consoles, it's still up there in the high 90s, right? But when you look at old consoles, there was like 50s and 60s input lag milliseconds. When you add that, current gen consoles have more input lag naturally because triple buffering, VSync, yada yada, and the menus in this game are like running at a lower frame rate. What it just means is like certain QuickTime events are really not like current gen games where it's hard to miss. No, these like it was hard to hit the timing. So like I know all the other stuff we talk about they didn't have the original footage and all that, but that stuff the frame rate stuff they could totally fix and sort out. But so if they want to release it at a £20 game or $20 game and not even do that was kind of annoying. So this is the sell price for it now. I would totally I would consider picking this up. I'm biased because this is my favorite Final Fantasy. Another thing that you should be aware of. So this only came out as digital in the West. You can only buy it from the eShop, so PSN Store, or Xbox, or Steam, wherever you want to pick it up. In Asia, it came out on the Switch in cartridge form. So Final Fantasy, and it came out as a double pack as well. So Final Fantasy 7 and 8, you can pick up in cartridge form. The Asia version only had Final Fantasy 8 on the cartridge. It was released like last month. You could pick it up for PlayAsia for about 50. So it's way overpriced. So I don't know if I can recommend you like ordering it from PlayAsia because it's like 3 times the cost. Well, with the sale, it's like 5 times the cost now. When it was 20, it was 3 times the cost. I reached out to Square Enix and I said to them, yo, we're going to be checking this game out in a couple of weeks because I knew deep down I was going to buy it. And I said, is the hard copy physical version going to come out in the West? All they said to me was, we got no information. All the information we have out. What they say exactly? All the information we have at the moment is the information we currently have out there. So basically that was they're out in Asia and we ain't saying nothing. So I don't know if the hard copy version is going to come to the West. I hope it does because it would be so good to have like a collectible, like on cart Final Fantasy, both versions. Even then, if it does, I hope like both Final Fantasy 7 and 8 are on the cart and it's not like a download thing. But at the moment, if you want to buy this version, either the sale's over and it's overpriced, or you buy it on the sale and it's half price. But that's like everything covering Final Fantasy. Goods, bads, drama around it. I'm just gonna enjoy it, chat. I got this on portable. I can play it when I want. I can enjoy it at my own pace. Don't have to deal with loading times, blah blah. How I used to play this, because I used to like pull out my PlayStation 1 now and again, like, and that is not a HD console. Even if you got RGB SCAR, it was just still, so I'm gonna enjoy it for what it is, chat. I'm gonna enjoy it for what it is. This ain't a review copy. Square Enix didn't bend my arm. None of this. Paid for this with my own money. I'm gassed over this because it's my favorite game. Like, what can I say? So I know a lot of the Final Fantasy fans are like, kind of mad. And some people say that the faces were changed so much they actually prefer the original. But whatever. I've been playing like all the latest Final Fantasies. I've been playing Dissidia. So I seen Squall what he actually looks like. So in my imagination, this is actually what he looked like. Not like that monster SD version that you see around. If you don't believe me, chat, go check out comparative footage. Here's what it is. Let me look at what chat said and then we're gonna call it. They had to reverse engineer it from the older versions. Not 100%, but they just don't have the source code anymore. Star Wars fans found older film prints to release 4K version of the original films without special edition CG. Damn. But what I'm saying is Lucasfilm still had the films, right? My favorite Final Fantasy 2. I can only play RPGs on portable now. I kind of think I agree with you, JT. But as I was saying earlier on, I can't start my RPGs on portable because I want to get into the game, right? So I want to start them on the big TV, but then the middle bit where I'm just grinding and stuff, I don't think I can do that on big TV because I just can't be bothered to boot up, like take up the whole screen just to grind battles over and over again. Do you want to hear a funny story? Like when I was younger and we was like super poor, we only had one TV in the house, right? My sister and my mom used to rage at me all the time because when I used to be on the TV, do you know what we used to be doing? Me and my brother, we used to be grinding Final Fantasy 8 or Final Fantasy 10 and just leveling up. And my mom and my sister used to say to me, like, we don't mind you playing games if you're gonna take up the TV and playing games, but they used to always get mad. It's like, why are you playing this game? Like, it's just so boring to watch. It's so boring to watch, and I couldn't understand. Like, I couldn't understand them saying it now. It's just like, it's his story that I always remember about Final Fantasy 8 and 10. So he used to get so mad. It's like, you can play any game you want, but don't be sitting in the dungeon just grinding. They didn't know what we was doing, right? It was like, oh, the same battle. It was like so boring to watch. Funny story, I remember. Anyway, we're gonna leave right there, chat. This will probably go up onto YouTube as well. If you're watching this over on YouTube, like or dislike. If you dislike the video, let us know in the comments what you think about the Final Fantasy 8 remaster. Wait, was it called remaster? HD? I actually don't like. What do they call it? The remastered, yeah. Let us know what you think about it. Don't forget to come check us out on Twitter, Twitch. All the information will be in the description.